Okay, welcome back, students. In this tutorial, we're going to look at data types. We're going to look at data types. So let me quickly open a new file and call it data types.py. Okay, so I have a new blank document called data types. Okay. Now, in programming, a data type is an important concept that we must not neglect. We need to understand what are we working with part time, and that will help us to be able to know what we are looking up towards achieving. Okay, so variable can store different types, and different types can do different things. An understanding of this will help us a lot in navigating through our programs. So Python has the following data types. Okay, we have the text type, and under the text type we have strings. Okay, we have string. We have the numeric type. Under the numeric type, we have integer, we have float, we have complex numbers. And in the sequence type, we have lists, tuple, range, and a mapping type, we have the dictionary, which is a set of a key value pair. We have we have the set type, the frozen set, and we have the Boolean type. Then we have the binary types that includes bytes, byte array, memory view. Okay, we're going to be looking at some of these types, and we're going to look at some of these type example. And remember that if you have a variable x that is set to 3, which is integer, you can look at it by you can check the type by using the type function or this type method, and then you pass in the variable inside of it, and it's going to tell you, all right, this one is already showing me that what I have here is int. All right, now if I want to print that type, what I'm going to quickly do is to say print type, then I close it. So it's going to show me that when I run the program, it's going to show me that what I have is an integer object. Okay, this is the instance of that object. Okay, now we're going to look at how to set these types. Now let me keep this constant. I want to keep the x constant, and then I will write some of, I've already done with the integer. This is integer type, so I can have string type. This is my name. This actually is string, so if I run this program again, it's going to show me what I have is class string. Now for us to look at floats are part of the numeric type, so I can have 20.8. This is float. If I run the program again, it's going to show me that what I have is float. Then if I put j by it, this thing becomes a complex number. So if I run the program again, it's going to show me that what I have is complex number. All right, so the next is the area of lists. So if I want to make a list, what I'm simply going to do is to use square brackets, and then inside of it I can use my single quotes to, perhaps this may be a list of, what do I call it now, states. So I can have Anambra, and I'm going to separate this using commas. Anambra, Enugu, Abia, sorry. So what I have now is a list of let's just say Imo, and Ebonyi. The list of the states in southeastern part of Nigeria. So if I run this, is going to show me that what I have here is a list. Now, next I'm going to look at a type of tuple. Tuple, instead of having square brackets, is going to have this bracket. Okay. So what I have now is tuple. We're going to look at these data types. What's happening? We're going to shortly look at the data types. So what I have here is now a tuple. Okay. Then we use the range method to actually say I have a range. We use the range method to define a range of object. So if I put this, we are going to look at it in detail. So if this is range from 0 to 9, so if I print this, it's going to tell me that what I have here is actually a range. I have dictionary that can be defined with a key value pair. So I say name, and then I'll put a colon. I'll put the name now. So the name, this is the key, and this is the value. So what is going to be here is maybe Mark, and I now separate this with a comma. I can now say age. I put colon again. I now say 23. I can separate it with another comma and say something like department. I can say marketing. Okay. So if I print the type of this, I'm going to have that is of the type dictionary. Now, don't make this kind of mistake here. It's good for you to be consistent with whatever format that you want to use. If you want your string to be in single quotes, that'd be fine. So don't try to mix it up with single quotes and double quotes so that you don't run into errors. Okay, so whichever way it still works. Then there is another type that is called a set. Now the difference between the dictionary and the set is that the set is not kind of a key value pair. And another thing in sets is that the items in the set can occur once. So, but that's not it until we come to that place we look at sets. So, what I now have here is sets. If I run this program now, it's going to show me that what I have is sets. Okay, I have set here. And then we have frozen set. The difference between this is that we are going to put that set inside of the function frozen set. Okay, when you put it and you find the type, is going to tell you that what you have is frozen set. Then another type is the Boolean type that sets a value to either true or false. So if we have this and it could be this, it could be false. Okay, so if I run the type of this, is going to tell me that what I have is bool. And if I also use false, it's supposed to also show me the same thing, that what I have is bool. Okay, then we'll have bytes. We'll have bytes. Let's assume that I have I say below and say what is the type of this. Going to show me that what I have is byte. Now if I change this to byte array and I put the number of array after the byte method, byte array method, okay, byte array, it takes the number of arrays as argument, and if I place this, is going to show me byte array. Okay, then there is memory view. I think we are going to stop it at this point in time, but these things you can as well set them. What we just if you want to specify the data type, you can use the following constructor function. Now what do I mean? That if you want to actually define something as an integer, you want your x to be integer, you are going to first call the string operation and then you pass whatever you want inside of it. Okay, you can say hello world. Okay, so if you go about to print the type of s, is going to show you that what you have is of type string. Okay, we are going to end it here. In next tutorial we are going to deal specifically with Python numbers. Okay, thank you very much. See you again in the next lecture.